Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's a quick look at what I've done having a quick play. Releasing Syria would indeed, yes, be Christian, just to quickly show you that. And they would work on converting Beirut and Sidon for us. We can't release Judea, and no chances on this earth that these will be Christian yet, and not same with Najd. But when they do, we could release them and do this as well. Now, releasing France gives us, obviously, forget Brittany here, I did release France first, but releasing France would get us this shape here, which would leave us with our old provinces on the continent of Calais, Le Bourg and Gascony, the province of Relisson, which historically was Aragonese. The French did end up with it, but for some reason they didn't take it in this. All this Burgundian territory obviously got left out as well. But just this in itself would take us almost down to 0 infamy. And the problem I noticed when I just released Syria is we wouldn't be able to keep a good relation with them because we had too much infamy, which just wouldn't work. I also released a few in the British Isles. Unfortunately, I can't release a whole island, otherwise I'd actually maybe consider that. Or Iceland. I wouldn't mind releasing Iceland because it's rubbish provinces. I mean, I wish there was some way, in fact, that I could release countries where I wanted them. And Scotland doesn't get the Orkneys, which is fine because it only became a call when I had it as England or Britain. England itself doesn't get London and puts its capital in... I haven't actually looked yet. Why can I just... Oh, I could create another one, that's fine, yes. Because we're no longer in a trade centre. Where is England's capital? And somehow I think it's currently considering that it's also in... Oh no, it's in Essex. For some reason I don't see a national focus. Just their capital. Which is strange to me, but it appears Scotland is the same as well. Now we could go down this... best actually start with 10. We could go down this sort of federal route. There's a few more countries we could release here, that give them some territory as well, or even hold on to the odd bit on the continent, like we'd hold on to London. It would mean that we'd be able to keep legitimacy up because we'd have people we could actually marry into. It would also mean that, let's see, for instance, that actually hasn't gone down that much. I mean, we still have the same problem with money. In fact, probably even worse. Yeah, our support limit goes down, so we wouldn't even be able to hold the armies that we do now. So it would actually cost us more money, which is annoying. But then they should start building their own troops, and I shouldn't have to patrol them. Like, I have 2 armies here at the moment, and I have 1 and a bit in Great Britain, where I could probably get away with just the 1. It's interesting, but I don't think I can bring myself to do it. So we're going to load up the save game again and we'll get started. This episode will be a bit longer, purely because I did that on the front of it, but hopefully not too much longer. So anyway, I'll be back once I've loaded it. I just remembered you can't load from actually in here, you have to come out and go back in, so I'll be back shortly. And we are back as if nothing ever happened. I don't like doing that normally, but it's something that I've never really done, so I wanted to see what it was. I mean, I could have reloaded from a misclick, but I didn't. It just, to me, I wanted to know what it would do. Now, it would be brilliant, we would have no more infamy, and I probably will do it when I can release Judea. Syria would still probably be a possibility, and Hejaz and them over here, but there's no point in doing it until I can get my infamy low enough so that I can actually keep relations with them. In the meantime, I'm going to have to hope that the troops I have can fend off these revolts. Didn't we have one of these already? You know, really high production efficiency guys. I don't believe this fight's going to go all that well. Oh, they don't really have the morale, so we might do it. I hear. Oh, all these revolts. It's only the war exhaustion, though. Well, it's primarily the war exhaustion, though. I don't want the centre of trade. Go away. Obviously here there's other things as well, but if you take away the 11% for war exhaustion, oh, bad legitimacy does also add into it. Not much, but and nationalism, intolerance, not accepted culture. It's still primarily just for war exhaustion and stability. And war exhaustion we are working at least, I believe. Yeah, so each year it's going to go down by about 1%, so by 1510, war exhaustion shouldn't be a problem, and that's an army dead. Oh dear God. I believe I have calls over here now. I do. What's that done for the monetary situation? In fact, we have a good lot of money now, so I can start investing in stability again, which will make a good bit of difference. You know, a nice 1% increase in happiness generally. I'll take this back to the break-even point. I do miss where you used to be able to stack advisors. Obviously, it got quite powerful if you had 3 level 6 ones, but I would like to pack my court currently with people who know how to get rid of inflation. I feel it could be beneficial to me. So 2 armies of 12 and a army of 6 should be good. Now if we can ever get this stability sorted, which now will be done in just a year and a half, so best start laying the groundworks for it. I mean, we don't need military access through them anymore, so we'll cancel that. Our relations are already really crappy because of our infamy. We could claim Defender of the Faith. What would it do? Morale of armies, don't care. War exhaustion, it's not much though. You know, it would be 0.4 a year. Prestige is nice, but I'm not all that fussed about it, and it costs too much money. New exploit? Oh, I thought that was a wasteland. It looks like it's not. Are you a vessel then, or? No, how did you get out of the war without actually having anything happen to you? Damn. I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose another army. And where's my second one from up here? God. You have to deal with one of the Orkneys and you have to... Makes sense, guys, makes sense. You have to run away. At least I've saved you then. See, none of these armies look particularly large though. So I don't quite get how you've been so destroyed. I mean, you should heal. Turn Hunt Rebels off, just heal yourself up. I had brilliant generals and I haven't been using them. can also take a good general. A Godfrey of Cornwall. Revolting Mecca. Revolting Judea. None of this is any fun. Actually, it's quite fun trying to hold it together. I think I am striving for too much, though. It was around 2 infamy loss for each one. I would need to give away... Let's see, that's 26, so 13 provinces to even just get under my infamy limit. It's going down, but... it's not good. Right, you... How are you not refilling quick enough? 5,000 will get you this month. How are you not? Right, come down. Come. Yep, down here and through Berry. See if you can't stop this one just before it falls. Well, my troops are almost to a point where it'd be under the aforementioned troop limit. You come into here, turn off some rebels for now. I'm gonna have to call you, bring you over to the continent and offer support. Let's try and negotiate. I don't have to do it anymore if I can avoid it. It's one siege down. Actually, come deal with that before they get their morale back. Brook, Delphine, Lissant. How are you dying so quickly? You was equal on numbers almost. Right, something that will make the people like me more, make stability easier, national revolt risk lower or something. More morale of armies. Screw it, free subjects. Lose inflation, that's nice. Why are my guys losing so badly? I believe that was the door, so I'm just going to check that and I'll be back shortly. And it turns out nobody was there, and what's more annoying is I just look at the timer and we have a whole 1 minute 45 left, so it really didn't do anything. Now, I haven't got the troops here I thought I had anymore. My troops seem to be dying badly. The French nationalists, it's probably going to release anyway. Well, you're not French nationalists, you're pragmatic nationalists. British nobles. Some of you are Frenchies anyway. So I think what I may do is release France and Brittany. I like the idea of doing it in the big one because I can hopefully just annex them back really easily. I've peaked France because obviously then I still have Great Britain to make my troops and stuff, which I know I have been doing in France, but oh, it's just annoying. 21 provinces, so 42 infamy gone. It's going to be a huge chunk off that. I think I'm going to have to. Well, they don't get the provinces that were under siege. because it went from the French nationalists. And the French now have French nationalists fighting in their territory. That is stupid. Well, annoyingly we're also going to get the Reconquest Casus Belli on them, which, to be honest, I may end up using. We have 50 years, so 1515, we will start to lose these cores. Unless we go to war with them. So unless I'm able to reintegrate them by that point, I'm afraid that's what I'm going to be doing. Hopefully it's not affected. We're still under our supply limit, but that's mainly because we lost all them troops. Max supply 21, that's fine. We'll take the alliance, and then a marriage. I would have preferred to have only released small people, you know, one province minors, but releasing them meant we straight into our next stability, and look, we've got a good chunk already there. I don't like that. Anyway, a timer is gone and I'm jabbering on. In the next episode, we will tidy up these rebels, which I think we should be able to do now. France is going to train its own troops as well, so they should start dealing with them, and hopefully I'll give them access to me as well as get access from them, and they'll deal with my rebels on the continent, so I won't need to have an army there anymore, and I can get rid of it. But 50 years' time, France, you've bought some form of independence for 50 years. I guarantee it for no longer than that. Anyway, I don't even guarantee it for that. That is the maximum, and if you try to go longer than that, I will declare war on you. Do not do a Burgundy on me. Don't do what Burgundy did to you on me. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching, and goodbye.